Feel like music is a way to connect people.
This is so embarrassing, but this is so funny at the same time.
You watched anime?
I do.
It was really surprising.
A little bit, yes.
Hey, welcome to the first episode of When I Met. I know this is not a really, original title, but yeah, this was all that I was able to come up with. Anyway, Calum, if you're watching, thank you again for doing this. I wouldn't have been able to do this without you, but yeah, I'm really grateful that you agreed to do this, and I hope we will be able to do this again someday. Anyway, talking about the show, I just wanted to tell you guys this is a show where I meet new people and try to socialize with them, because I'm a really antisocial person in real life. No, that's not true, but yeah, I'm not good at speaking to people, and that's the reason why I started this. Also, before you see it, I just want to apologize for my speech. No, it's not, obnoxious or unpleasant, but it is really bad. Like, you might not be able to understand what I was saying because I sometimes sound like a toddler who just started speaking. But it was because I was really anxious before the whole podcast, and I was a bit excited too. So it was a kind of mixed feeling. I wasn't able to process things at that moment. I'm still not able to, by the way. So yeah, I think that was the reason why I wasn't able to speak properly. Also, I messed up and I didn't record my own video, which is why I have to do this and kind of have to react to it too. So anyway, without any further ado, let's just get into the podcast.
Hi everybody, I'm Tanmay. I'll be the host for your channel, and here I am with an amazing guitarist, my own inspiration for sometimes playing guitar, and his name is Calum Graham. He's from Canada, and his music is just amazing. If you haven't heard his music, just go, you should check him out someday. His music will, it is heaven to ears in one word. It's amazing. So here's
thank you, my friend.
Oh, I am your friend.
Hello.
That sounds good. Yeah. So Cam, how's everything going? How was the tour, by the way?
Oh, it's great. It's hard to be anything but good walking through this little paradise in nature. This is just behind my studio where I live in British Columbia, and all the power's down at my studio right now, so no Wi-Fi, but you find a better connection in nature anyways, so it works out.
Yeah, so it is funny because his area had a power shortage at the same time that we were recording. This is so funny. We could have done it in a better way and he would have had a really better video quality, but yeah, we had to go with what we have at that moment. So I think that's the reason why I stopped you guys from watching that again. No.
So Calum, I always wanted to ask you this, what goes inside your head when you write songs and stuff? Is there a memory of the past, something nostalgic happening, or just you think about notes, what to play next?
Yeah, I'm trying to not think with the guitar, actually, as much as I am a guitarist and play the guitar all the time. I try to think more universal, for a musical idea that could be accommodated on any instrument. So usually when I come up with an idea, I'm trying to usually sing or think of a vocal melody or something that would make you want to sing it, or something that would, trigger kind of a more of a emotional response or something like that. So when I get an idea, usually it can start out like a really rough kind of sketch. But if I have an idea that's something that makes me feel a certain way, then usually that is kind of the impetus for continuing to create and tell a story with music. So I do sing, but in most of my instrumental compositions, it's really trying to tell a story without words, and just using music and the melody and harmony and the basic elements of music to say something from the heart, and for me that's always the most important thing. There's a million guitar players out there that can play really fast and incredible, and I think that's all great. For me though, and for the music that I write, I tend to choose fewer notes, but try to say more. So for me, it's all about the expression and what you say with those notes, rather than, it's kind of like someone talking. They can just go on and on and on in a run-on sentence, blah, 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 and not say anything.
I think he just explained what I did in this whole podcast. I said so many things so fast, and yet nobody was able to understand what I said. Because I kind of forgot to say some of the words, which led to a meaningless sentence. And I did a lot of times. So I just wanted to say this is the line where he explains the whole thing that I did in this podcast, I think.
Or you can, pick up like a book from Lao Tzu and Taoism or Buddhism, and you can just have something so short and quaint that really says something profound. So I guess I'm trying to do something similar in music in a way, kind of a simple idea that comes across as a meaningful expression in a way to make you, can take you sometimes. Most of my songs are actually inspired by, nature and being out here. And
that's the best
and
place.
Also it is, absolutely, can't beat that. And also with different people that I've met in the places that I've traveled across the world, they're hearing their stories and hearing what we all have in common on a fundamental human level. I think that's really inspiring to me to try to express something from that shared humanity that we all have, and just the struggle for survival and existence and expressing ourselves and growing to be the best that we can be. I think the more that I travel and see the world, and the more people I meet, I feel that the more we have in common, and how we all want the same things. We all want to love and be loved, and we all want to be happy. It really is simple when it comes down to it. So there's so many things in the world, now with COVID and politics that divide the world, but I feel like music is a way to connect people on something that we have in common, and share our humanity together. So, but that's my hope anyway.
By the way, you're doing great on that journey. You're making some amazing music. I love your music.
Oh, I think there was a camera problem, so I just fixed it. But we're back in the game for now. Anyway, what I was telling you guys was that he was really great at answering the questions. I think it was really wonderful the way that he was answering the questions. So also fun fact, when he said Lao Tzu and Taoism, I don't know if I'm pronouncing them right, I'm sorry if I'm not, but Yeah, I didn't knew what he was talking about. But I think there were some spiritual books. So yeah, I'm not that much into spirituality. So if you guys know what he was talking about, you can tell me and comment them down below. Okay, let's just move on.
But I just can't say enough of it. His music is just blissful. I mean, your music is kind of therapeutic to me. It has helped me in coping up from so many of my sorrows. Like in August when I tried to contact you first time for the podcast, like it was the time when my maternal grandfather was in a really bad condition. He's no more now. So at that time your music has helped me a lot, like from coping, and that it was just I'm sorry.
Okay. So before you move on, I just want to say not just his music, but there are many people who have helped me and helped me go through that time. It was a really bad time, and it wasn't just because, my grandfather was in a bad condition, but yeah, things were going on really, I don't know, things weren't really good at that time, and I was pretty contained to myself. I was fretting about my colleges. I still don't have a college, by the way, so yeah. Yeah, I was fretting about it and stuff, so that's what happened. And not just his music, but there are many artists who have helped me along the line. Not just artists, sometimes drawing, maybe reading a book. Many things have helped me along the line. I think that's what it takes for me. Anyway, let's just move on.
No, thank you for sharing that, and I'm so sorry for your loss. That's really heartbreaking, and music has also helped me in many ways. And as we were just talking about, Michael Hedges and Andy McKee and Antoine Dufour and those guys.
Yeah, for the context, before I started recording, Cam and I were talking about guitarists like Antoine Dufour, Andy McKee and Michael Hedges. Michael Hedges particularly because he posted something on Instagram that Michael Hedges' family was making a memorial website, kind of like something like that, just for the people to listen to his music and share their thoughts about his music. So I thought that was really great, and we were talking about that only before we started recording. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
The ability to say so much without words, that it really speaks to you and moves you. So if my music can do that in any way to you, then then I'm honored. So thank you so much for sharing that, man. That means the world.
I'm down on honor to meet you, by the way. Every one of your music, by the way, I've heard, most.
Yeah, now this is the point where I'm bragging, trying to get into flattery, I think. I don't know, but yeah, I think this is the point where I'm trying to tell him, how much I like him and admire his content. So yeah, this moment is really cringy. You might won't want to watch it. You might don't want to watch it, and you can skip it anyway.
The compositions that you wrote as a teenager, like Anybody Home, and to Plus 24 that you wrote for Antoine Dufour, every one of those songs are just amazing. Your album with Don Ross, that album just beautiful. Nothing better that I've heard. Even though I've heard
thank you.
a lot of genres, by the way. I jump from genre to genre. I've listened to pop, then to metal, rock. I most resonate to metal and rock, but your music, even though it's like nowhere near metal and rock, but it's just amazing.
Yeah, what I meant by that was, I didn't mean to say that it is nowhere near metal and rock in superiority or inferiority. I meant that in a way that, it doesn't come in the same domain. I mean, metal and rock are really aggressive genres, but his kind of, not really genre, but yeah, the way he plays isn't like something like metal and rock, or maybe even something like punk and funk. He plays really soft and soul kind of music. I think soul is the genre the best which could explain his kind of music. But yeah, that's what I think.
Much. It's funny because actually my original inspiration was more with heavy rock and metal. I actually played the electric guitar for a while before I came to the acoustic guitar, and my first concert with my father was going to see Van Halen live. So that was kind of my original inspiration. And then when I heard John Ross and Annie McKee and Antoine Dufour, that kind of changed me in a way to think that I could express myself in the way that they do, where you cover the bass and the melody and the harmony and the groove, all as kind of a one-man band. So
just combining them into one little simple piece, which just touches everybody's heart. That's just amazing. That's I think your ability to do that.
Oh, thank you, man. It's nice to hear that.
Yeah. So anyway, like, what else did I wanted to ask you? It's weird. I forgot everything that I had prepared.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah, I literally forgot everything that I had prepared for it. So you know what I said? I said this.
You remember I wrote a song to you last Christmas?
Yes, I love that.
No,
Did you release it officially, or was it just on just the YouTube release?
No, I didn't release it anywhere. I just sent it to you, and that wasn't like on the process at that time. It was just.
Oh man, that was a wonderful gift to hear that. You play very beautifully.
Oh, thanks. Thank you so much. I never thought I would hear something like that from you.
At the moment when he said that I play really beautifully, you know what came to my mind? This ad.
बेटा मन में लड्डू फूटा नया कैडबरी डेयरी मिल्क शॉट्स चॉकलेट और दूध के लड्डू.
Thanks.
Yeah, you can tell it's really comes from a deep place within. It's very, very heartfelt. The melody and idea that you have, it's beautiful. It would be great for more people to hear it. If you ever release it, I would love to share that.
Yeah, I was thinking of releasing it someday, but maybe not right now. Right now I'm in middle. I'm going to get into colleges now. I've just passed my high school, so yeah, I will start.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. So.
Well, thank you again.
And yeah, so what I wanted to say was that my hands are full. I mean, doing this podcasting is really tedious. Doing editing and stuff, it took me so much time, and so much energy of mine was wasted just doing this. And also, I mean, I have other stuff to do. I'm trying to learn music theory. I'm just trying, by the way. I'm not able to learn it, but yeah, I'm trying to learn music theory. Also, I need to improve on guitar. Also, I need to find a college where I can get into. Also, there's a program which I'm enrolled into, so yeah, I have my hands full that I can't try to make an EP right now. But maybe someday in the future I would do that. I would definitely do that. I'll try my best to do that and accomplish that feat. But till then, yeah, it will be, I mean, I won't be able to do it till then. And maybe, you know what, maybe I'll just play the song which I wrote to him at the end of this video. How about that? Yeah, that's the best thing, I think. Yeah, I'll play that song at the end of this video, so do watch the video till the end. Maybe that's what they say, right?
That's
that's something that you
very
deserve.
thoughtful.
Yeah, that's something that you deserve. So
Thank you, brother.
So I have, like, do you know what animes are?
And now we are going to talk about animes and mangas. I know if you're not a weeb, you're going to hate this, and you're going to hate a personality like me. But yeah, I love mangas and animes. I've just completed watching Steins Gate Zero, so yeah, my level of liking manga and admiring manga is on the highest right now. Every sci-fi fan knows how great Steins Gate is. I mean, that is by far the best sci-fi movie and series that I've watched. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. What are you doing with your life? Go watch it. It is a great series for anybody who likes sci-fi. And I think most of the animes are like that, and I have explained that in the podcast too, so let's just get into it now.
Yep.
You watched anime?
I do.
It was really surprising.
A little bit, yeah. Some of the newer Japanese anime, like Howl's Moving Castle, Spirited Away.
Yeah. So
movies like that.
I've also just started on like a year or so. Like I've just started on anime and manga, but like they're really great at it, making the content like that. The story is just amazing. So the story, the character development, everything is just top notch. Like if you've heard of Death Note and Attack on Titan, it's just to another level. The intellect.
Every weeb knows why I said that, okay? Because if you haven't watched Attack on Titan or Death Note, then you really don't. Then you really haven't started into anime that much. I mean, they are by far. I wouldn't say they are my favorite, but they are the best that I've watched. Yeah, they come in my favorites list. They're not my top priority. I don't know. No. What did I say? Yeah, I mean, they are not something that I would say comes on the top of my list. But yeah, they are really great animes, and if you haven't watched them, watch it.
Things. It's just something that's unimaginable for me.
Huh. Wow, I'll have to check those out. I haven't heard of those.
Yeah, surely do check out them.
Yeah. Check out them. Don't check them out. Check out them. That's the new thing. So
and even for manga, I've read like a few of them, like Akuno Hana, Tokyo Ghoul. Tokyo Ghoul was one of the most best. I like dark kind of things. That's really strange, but yeah, I like dark things. So it was really dark, but had a pretty sweet ending. It was an amazingly created manga, but real like a kind of change the.
Wait. Let's just play that part again, okay?
But real like a kind of change the.
Man, you heard me like stuttering? I wasn't able to process sentences. I mean, this is so embarrassing, but this is so funny at the same time. I don't know. I told you I was pretty anxious, okay? This is why I said my speech is really bad in the whole podcast. I really didn't do that on purpose, but yeah, it is something that happens spontaneously. And I didn't even realize I was doing that kind of thing. But yeah, it happened, and let's just move on. This is so funny.
Anime. They changed the whole story in the anime, and that was like heartbreaking for me. So yeah, if anybody who has watched Tokyo Ghoul as anime, you should totally check it, the manga version out. It's just amazing. So you've seen manga. I've never thought that many people have heard of mangas and anime.
Yeah, I haven't heard of that, but I'll have to check that out. It sounds interesting. Everything that I've watched with anime, I really can appreciate the imagination that they have and how they tell a story in a way where you're not limited to a traditional means of telling a story. And it's just incredible what they're able to do with the writing and with the graphics.
They're not just fantasizing everything, that there's one amazing guy who does everything, but they moreover like gets into collective thinking and to get every piece into the place, that everything has an importance in the story. I like that thing about the Japanese mangas.
Yeah, what I wanted to say was that Japanese mangas aren't like, with just a protagonist doing everything in the story and the whole story revolving around him only. Yeah, I mean, there is a protagonist. It's not like they don't have a protagonist. But yeah, the whole story doesn't really just revolve around him only. But you're able to connect with other characters too. That's what I like about manga and animes. I mean, and not just that, they also have, really amazing, like impeccable music. Some of my favorite musics are Nandemonia, if I'm pronouncing it right. Nandemonia, I don't know. But yeah, it is from Your Name, which is again an amazing anime movie. That's what I call it. And a song from Tokyo Ghoul, which is Unravel. Yeah, really flawless, impeccable song. Also, song from Death Note, Steins Gate. Every one of those songs and backing tracks that they use are great. I'm not really going to talk about backing tracks because I think every movie has a good backing track that I've heard, not just animes, but yeah, in general every movie has good backing tracks. Also, I think the animation is really good too. I mean, if you watched Your Name, like the amazing kind of animation they have done in the whole movie. Like, it is really, really wonderful and incredible way to visualize a movie and to do cinematography of it. So yeah, I like that too. Also, I told you the story, like what to say about it. It leaves you speechless. So yeah, if you haven't checked out mangas and animes, not particularly mangas, but yeah, animes, maybe you should try it, and then I think watching anime will become kind of an impetus for starting on mangas. So yeah, that's how I did it.
Yeah, it's really amazing to see new ways of storytelling. I guess they're not so new, but just a way of expressing, a storyline in a different way with their characters and animation, and yeah, it's really seems to be ahead of its time. So I'll look forward to checking that out.
Yeah.
I think we should end it here. The part 1 will be best ended here only. I said ended. 3 times in a row. This is embarrassing. I told you I'm not good with doing this. I'm doing this for the first time. Something like this, even listening to myself was so hard. So please appreciate the pain. And like, yeah, really, it was hard for me. I hate my voice. And for a person like me to edit this whole thing out and making the video, watching it again and again and again, it was really, really hard. So yeah, please appreciate the pain and try to like it if you like it. If you don't like it, don't like it. I don't care. Dislike it. Don't subscribe to me. I don't care. Don't watch my videos. But yeah, if you have any suggestions, you can comment them down below. And next will be coming nothing but the song that I wrote for Calum. So yeah, I hope you like this podcast, and I hope you'll be waiting for the next part, which will be coming on 15th of December. So yeah, keep waiting for it. And now I'll be like, you know what, I'm going to contact someone from the science world from now. Now maybe for the next episode I'll be contacting someone from the science community on YouTube. Yeah, you might know him, some of you, if you like astrophysics or physics in general. So yeah, I think that would be great if he agrees to do that. I'll update you guys, and you can check Calum's music out. The links are in the description. Also, I'll add Michael Hedges' website's link on the description, in the description box too. What am I saying? Okay. And also I'll add my favorite list of animes and manga in the description too. So many things in the description, right? So you can check them out. Anyway, not making it any more weirder, I think it's time to go. So bye, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.